Yes, until Sandy Hook happened.
To go off of that just a little bit more, our Second Amendment rights are obviously so important, and I think we all here agree on that. But what I don't understand is that when you went originally with your flyers to the gun shop owners, why were they scrutinizing, you said, what you were trying to do? Because it's so important. I would think that anybody would at least put some effort into it. Like, you would welcome that with open arms.
Well, I don't want to stereotype gun owners, but I think a lot of us meet people with a certain level of scrutiny, especially people that we don't know that, especially if you're a business owner and you put something on your wall and you don't really know what it is or what it's about or who they are, you're going to exercise, typically you're going to exercise some caution. Now, that wasn't the case with every gun shop. A couple of them were like, you guys are doing what? We need that. Thank you very much. Yeah, here's let me nail it up for you and put it up. And that was done. Have you ever been to a gun shop to buy a gun? Just even going in to buy a gun, sometimes they're like, "What do you want here?" And that's there's some gun shops out there that I won't name because some of them are actually really good friends of the organization, and they actually have helped us out financially or been a part in other ways. Yes, sir.
I'll echo Sarah's thanks to you for everything that you do. I think it's a great organization. I'm happy and proud to be a member. I'll give you an extra plug. You didn't mention it, everyone, in case anyone doesn't know. Membership is free, and it's a great organization. There's a lot of activity and great camaraderie within the organization. People are helping each other out with questions regarding the legislation or just anything involving firearms, like on Facebook, and it's great. And one thing to take notice is when Carol asked what can the Libertarian Party do to help the CCDL, Scott didn't say join the CCDL, because for them it's not about money, it's not about the organization. He's truly passionate, he truly cares about this issue, and whether you join the organization or not, it's about the mission, and we definitely appreciate everything that you're doing. My question is strategic, really. With your membership, do you feel that there might be certain towns in Connecticut where the Libertarian Party could make some headway with some pro-Second Amendment candidates more so than others? Do you think there's good breeding grounds in certain areas or certain towns that we should focus on?
I haven't done enough research into what towns the Libertarian Party might be able to really make inroads in. I know there's got to be some. There are certainly legislators out there from the two leading major parties right now that neither one absolutely care about gun rights, and they've been rationalized to, well, a certain amount of regulation. I hope that would be the case. It would be fantastic if the Libertarian Party of Connecticut can make some inroads and for your all intents and purposes of what you stand for and believe in, but to also maybe make some of those other parties that are out there, the Republicans and the Democrats, make them think twice before they go about snatching our liberties and our rights. And I'll say it goes beyond. Again, this is Scott at this moment during this one sentence here. That there are certainly things that I believe in that I am truly aligned with when it comes to the Libertarian Party. Those rights are important as well to me. So I would hope that there is a way, and I hope you guys are doing your homework and research, digging to try to. I know Norwich there's been a lot of talk about Norwich. Is there anybody here from Norwich that's trying to run right now for the?
Team Norwich was unable to show up today.
Okay.
But they're out there. They're working. They're doing.
Yeah, they are pretty busy right now.
That would be great. That would be great because it would shake up the status quo, so to speak, and the town I live in New London certainly could use something like that as well. To answer your question.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in reflecting. As it is reflected by your membership, do you feel that there are stronger areas where we might be able to work together, or do you not think so?
Well, we can certainly ask that question. particularly after these local elections are over, and when we start looking at who's going to be running for state rep and state senate, those types of things. We can try to find that information out. If we can help, we will. Great.
Actually, I'm kind of curious.
By the way, can I just say?
Sure.
We endorsed Stan a couple of years ago on his run.
Very much appreciated.
Definitely, definitely. Very wore that endorsement proudly, by the way.
Well, listen, there was no doubt who the better candidate was with the three candidates. So.
But I did have a curiosity question though, just about the membership as a whole. Like, how would you say your typical CCDL member is as far as guns? Do you think it's more like hunting, self-defense, like, target shooting? Is there like an equal mix of all three?
Well, I think there's for the most part an equal mix. I think there's a lot of people that carry that are members of CCDL. Whereas if you look at the gun ownership base throughout the state of Connecticut, I think there's, on a whole, percentile-wise, fewer actually carry. But if you look at CCDL as an organization, a lot more people carry for personal protection. Now, some of those gun owners are waking up as of October 1st. The hunters, some of the trap shooters, some of the people that just own certain types of shotguns or whatever for this and that, and they don't really care about so-called assault-style rifles. I think a lot of those people are going in to purchase ammo now. In fact, I know they are. And they are, what do you mean? What do you mean I need a certificate for this or that? I think maybe some of them are going to, if they haven't already, are starting to do their homework and realize, yeah, we've been saying it for years that, first they came for this, then they came for that, and then one day there was nobody left to stand for me, and now I think they're out there now wondering what they're going to do.